Yeah, he tried to leave me, man. I preferred it was a setup.
Man, don't start that bullshit.
I was coming to the internet Saturday morning saying, go Van Hernandez. Hernandez done set me up with Adam 22. They done paid the nigga to get me set up over here, my nigga. Yeah. Nigga tried to leave me and have me come over here by myself, and I was coming.
Get in there, defend yourself.
Yeah, my nigga got discouraged, man. I'm finna book a flight back home. I said, what? Nigga, you finna leave me? Oh, I told my people, I said, say, homie, I don't know if this nigga Govan trying to set me up. I don't think so, homie, but nigga done booked me for Adam 22, and he's hollering about he finna fly back home.
Yeah? You thought he was gonna strand you here?
I thought you paid him some extra money to get the California nigga to get me over here, get me kidnapped, hold me for ransom. Y'all thinking all kind of shit.
Whatever kind of money I got available to pay to do things, it's not like the bags that you be collecting in Memphis to do things, okay?
Okay, well, let me know.
So I'm going to just throw that out there. I don't get involved in those kind of things. I seen Kenny Money was just out here doing interviews. I got left off the list. Damn. I'm going to go out on a limb, say that might be because I'm hanging out with you.
Yeah, probably will.
Because I vowed to never do this. Because I said, man, I don't trust him. He don't have no substance. So when we got here, my son said, Dad, go buy No Jumper. He told me that 5 years ago. He said, Dad,
that's
my son.
Your son?
No. My son, Mexican and black.
He said that was your son. I didn't know if that was
way more handsome than that nigga. He want to be my son.
Oh, okay.
He really want me to go with his mama.
Yeah.
But I won't. I like young lady.
I can serve you up. My mom, too. She's never got black, as far as I know.
Let me have her.
Yeah.
Y'all specialize in those.
Yeah.
There Adam go. I don't know if he trolling, but he talking about I could serve you up my mama too if that's what you want. You already served the world your wife, my God. But look, it is what it is. If y'all got some type of agreement and that's what it is, maybe he feel like the pimp in this situation and he get to let his wife do whatever. But I think it's dishonoring to your wife. Now you could have had it been done to a regular person. If that's what you into, then that's what you into. But we're gonna talk about Charleston White and him not wanting to do the no jumper situation, but now he find himself doing the no jumper situation. And people will say that, look, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that based on how they feel things are, or based on the setup that No Jumper had with all the gang members. But it seemed like he don't got the gang members no more. I think No Jumper got to change his flip the mode up. I think he got to change his whole catalog or his whole persona with what's going on with the interviewee or the YouTube type of thing, the content creator. I think he got to change that because all these gang members is only going to get you in trouble. At the end of the day, like most of the gang members that he had on stream is damn near arrested or they quit or they done. That storyline to me is over with. But leave y'all thoughts down below. Y'all still watch No Jump? He got to revamp, and I think what he's doing right now is going through a rebranding process.
Specialized in the ones that ain't been across the railroad track.
You ever just get that deep-seated feeling that your dad ain't beating it up right?
Yeah, I have.
What?
Yeah,
I have.
You just look at
I
them.
never thought about my mother getting never.
Right.
Yeah.
It's never crossed my mind.
I done seen it.
Wow, you're up in the
You guys
business.
got a special type of friendship, huh?
No, I ain't see. I seen a nigga come out the bedroom.
I
I know what that
You done been baby boy before. With Melvin in the house. Yeah. Yeah, but nah, nigga, I said, nah, man, somebody asked me for a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, nah, man, I ain't gonna never do this motherfucking podcast.
Right.
Because I was mad at you.
Even though, like, it, from my perspective, it makes no sense because I'm like probably the illest white boy who maybe ever lived.
You ill, but nigga, you been against me the whole time.
I don't even understand how you could feel that way.
Well, let me take you back.
Let's go through.
Take you back to the beginning.
Yeah. Okay.
Me and you we used to just with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you had invited me to come to the podcast, and I hadn't denied it until you mentioned that I invited Charleston White to come here.
And my former host said that he was going to get you set up.
That nigga he said with a conviction. He said, if that nigga come here, I'm going to set that nigga up. His conviction said he'll really do it.
I'm going to be real. I've known him for a long time. He ain't doing stuff like that.
I ended up speaking to him and his dad, and we ended up getting cool. So, but nigga, we don't know at the time.
No, for sure.
At the time, I'm in tour with China Mac and all the Asians. I'm in tour with the California niggas because they say I can't.
At that time, Charleston White was in tour with everybody. That's how he got on. He was in tour with I'm talking about controversial. He was in tour with the rappers, with the gang members, with saying this, with doing this, with saying this, with doing that. He was into it with everybody. Now he's trying to rebrand and change his image as well. Don't y'all notice that everybody get into it? They do it the most controversial way, and then after that sells, now it's morals and principles and everything else. That may be the recipe, though. That may be the recipe. Just saying.
Say the word crab and slob because I'm talking to my local Crips and Bloods. So we don't know.
Right. I mean, I wasn't happy about AD doing that at the time. And really, I think he was kind of like trying to live out some sort of like gangster fantasy on the podcast. Like he's the type to get people set up.
Well, we thought he was. So, homie, you got to think, when we looking from afar, all we know, this is his gangbanging culture. We don't know who's what here.
Right.
We just know what he project. And so that's all I had to go off of. I was living in here. I was living in LA off of Imperial, Vermont a little while before that.
We're talking about before you blew up as a podcaster?
Yeah, right. Okay. About a year before that. So I was staying here. And my son used to always tell me, Dad, try to go by no jumper. Try to go by no. So I was familiar with you from my son because they was watching y'all. When I became big on the internet, I didn't know who you actually were. Didn't know your background. I didn't know Bosco. I didn't know Nina Capone. I didn't know none of these LA niggas.
Nina Boy,
yeah, that nigga. I didn't know S-Bone, so I didn't know none of these niggas.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. And me and him ended up getting cool.
I interviewed him like 3 days before they killed him. 2 days before.
I started trying to show him how to make money as a content creator doing YouTube. So, because I was starting to learn the game. So. I just know when I would do interviews, people would ask me, well, what you think about Bosco? I ain't know nothing about him. So when I watched their interviews, they would ask him and everybody would have something negative to say. That was my response.
Right.
So I ain't know none of these niggas. So when y'all came here, all y'all knew is I'm just disrespecting Nipsey Hussle. I'm just disrespecting Crips and Bloods. But y'all never went back to the beginning of why.
Right. Because you had all these bad experiences when you were doing your little Crip internship out here before you popped off, right?
I've never had a Crip internship out here.
Not formally, but you were trying to hang out with the Crips out here and shit,
I've never had a bad experience in California, ever. Right. Melvin Farmer is the biggest lie. I came to live in California to work at Diamond Dale Adolescent Group Home. I met Melvin Farmer at a speaking engagement. He was with the Latin King Tone. Okay. He was doing a speaking engagement with John Gotti's Jr. son, Fred Hampton Jr. And they was on a national speaking tour. That's how I met Melvin Farmer. Okay. I didn't come to California to hang out with that nigga. I came to California to hang out with a childhood friend that I went to school with. Okay. So I landed my dream job, and shout out to Diamond Dale Adolescent Group Home. So I was working with the kids who was either getting ready to go to YA or coming out of YA. So I wasn't out here gangbanging. Right. So I met Melvin Farmer on the internet. He invited me to a speaking engagement with Olympian star Althea Mosley. She's from here. So she's from LA. So I met him doing youth advocacy and anti-gang cognitive intervention work. Gang prevention. Right. So I never hung out in LA streets. I would catch the Uber to go hang out with him at St. Andrews Park to work in the community center right there with the kids. So I've never had a bad experience. Okay. So through Melvin Farmer, I met King Baba Louie. When I met King Baba Louie, I had a relative that was in town that was in town at the time. We all fell in love with King Baba Louie because he didn't come off as a gang-banging guy. So we invited King Baba Louie for a speaking engagement to come to Texas. That's how I got connected here. So through King Baba Louie, I was invited to go to Nipsey's funeral with Melvin because he didn't have a ride to the funeral. He was standing in the backyard of King Baba Louie's mom's house, up there in like a little shack. I caught a lift, met him the day of Nipsey's funeral. He and I lifted to the Rolling 60s neighborhood. That day I met Cappuccino, the head of the Rolling 60s. So I met Cappuccino, I met Miss SS, and met a couple other people. Went to the funeral, rode in the car with Cappuccino. Melvin was in another car. Somehow he and I got separated. And this was like a training day experience. I got left with the Rolling 60s after the funeral during the procession.
And is this the moment that convinced you that they were no good?
They never convinced me they were no good. So here's the thing, right? So I get left in a rolling 60s neighborhood and they finna have Nipsey's procession come through there. Some kind of way, I got stuck with Raymond Washington's daughter, Ray Ray. So I had to hold security walking with her. So I got separated from Cap and them, so it's just me and her. So
y'all think Charleston was scared in this situation, rolling with the 60s? Or did he hold his ground? Leave your thoughts down below.
I conducted myself, won their admiration and respect. Melvin's nowhere around. So I'm hearing niggas say, what's up, cuz? Who is homie? That's Skull partner from Texas. What's up with him? Nigga, I'm looking around saying, shit, how I'm gonna get home? Some kind of way you couldn't use the phone, so I couldn't even get an Uber out of there. So it's nightfall. Big Psych, one of Washington's partners, one of his best friends, homie, gave me a ride to the I was staying on the borderline of Diver Lanes in the Hoover's neighborhood. Big Sight gave me a ride back. I never seen Melvin Farmer ever again.